All right, all right, all right. I'm excited. I get to harvest these peppers. I have been moving things around the garden. I took some time to just pause and sit still long enough to listen. I like doing that because it's also an active meditation to just listen. It's a lot of things going on, a lot of things swirling, you know, thoughts and truly prayers uplifting those in Colombia, the earthquake that is so wild just yesterday. Dear friend TJ was telling me about that today. And there's just a lot going on, pulling us in different areas. And, we certainly can be supportive and hold space for everyone and at the same time figure out what's needed in this moment. What is the next step forward? We don't have to solve everything, but it is one foot in front of the other. And I find every time I take a moment to just slow it down, like it is the answer. So this is exciting for me. Now, I've had this chili pepper plant up there. And just so you know, in here, I have a jalapeno plant. You see that jalapeno there? I'm not playing with y'all. You see that one? That's one. That's two. We got two beautiful jalapenos there. I guess I'm harvesting that one because I pulled it up. So we're harvesting a jalapeno today. I was going to show you with the chili peppers what suggested. You don't have to always clip. I do like having precision snips, but I like using just the hand. Sometimes it's about that little it's therapeutic little ASMR. So I'm gonna put that. I love this bowl, mixing salads, but also to put my little peppers and my little vegetables, my harvest. So it said you can take these peppers and to harvest, if the ones that are going up, you just hold the stem and pull down and it'll come off like this. And it has worked. I also like this because it just makes me feel like I'm really doing the done did. So here we are collecting peppers. The super for my building is from Jamaica. He's the man, Mr. Walter. And I may have shared this story with you before, but I'm going to share it with you again. When I first started over 4 years ago, he'd be out early in the morning, tending to things and just having his peace in the morning. And one day he said, I haven't seen you outside. Where have you been? And I told him, I said, I know, man, my schedule's been off and I haven't been out here watering my plants. Now, this is when I only had, the Tuscan kale going on. I moved that. It was Tuscan kale right here. You'll have to take my word for it. Isn't it so beautiful? And I told him, man, I haven't had the time, because my schedule's been off. And he's like, I know you've been off. How you want to know how I know? I said, what, Mr. Walter? Tell me. He said, because when you're tending the plants and you're stewarding the plants in your garden, they are a reflection of you. It's the closest you can get to God, creation, nature, universe. And so once you begin that relationship, there is no separation. You are the plants are you. The plants aren't doing well, 9 times out of 10, you aren't either. Being in relationship and taking time. And what I have found, first of all, he blew my mind when he said that, because that perspective made me say, okay, let me get on it. Let me get the water. Let me water my plants. Let me get a regimen going. And I'm not always perfect. I'm going to be real about that. But I found what his words to be really true. And I like to share those words with you all. If you've been talking about you want to grow, some vegetables or plant, but you're like, I don't have the time. Or my mom used to say, look, I'll do it once I'm retired. I don't have the time because I got to work. And I was like, well, once she retired, that's why I made her that retirement garden. So I said, now you got all the time. But even before that, I want everyone to realize there are so many simple, effortless, free benefits of growing a vegetable. The first selfish one is you get to eat it. You heard? Isn't that exciting? I think that that's really exciting to me. You get to, sorry, y'all, I'm making sure the mosquitoes not getting to me. I get a little paranoid out here because they like to get me. And then after eating, it is therapeutic. There's a brilliance. You see that bumblebee? Now, I used to be scared of bees like everyone, people who have allergies. Thankfully, I don't. But what I've come to realize and be in a relationship with these plants, them bees ain't a bit more worried about you. They have a job that they need to do. That job can benefit you, right? So that's helped. And then there's just a piece to this creativity. That's why I like having clippers because there's a precision. It's almost like putting a puzzle together or deconstructing a puzzle. There's also fun in the sound, the texture, how it feels to snip peppers. And then there's a whole other one, which is, while I'll keep bringing this up, why did I name it the Listen In Garden? Because this has been a great space for listening, listening with the eyes, listening with the body, with listening with the ears, and then listening with intuition, and looking to see what's next, what needs to be moved, listening to the plants because I do believe that the plants talk to you. We'll keep it metaphorical for you brainies out there. But I think the plants talk to you. They tell you, hey, you got to move me. Hey, you know this ain't working. Move this plant over here. Hey, look at these conditions. Too much water. Chill out, bro. Or not enough drainage. What are we doing? Figure it out. Again, another puzzle to solve. The stewarding and the cultivating, as you give care, you are immediately receiving that care. And that's something that I love. Seriously. I mean, I love this, that I can do this. This is something that I agree. And something that Mr. Frank at the Clifton Place Garden and Park, or Park and Garden, he said there's something about growing something with these here hands. And it's a thing, y'all. It's really a thing. When an elder shows you and tells you, you need to listen and believe. And I can tell you, as trying to take that information and carry that baton forward, there really is something about growing your own food and growing the vegetables. There's a connection. And then when you get to enjoy eating it, that's exciting. So I just wanted to share a little moment with you from the Listening Garden. I appreciate you taking time to tap in with me and listen as I continue to harvest these. Another reason I like to do this too is because I don't want everything to stay here, go to seed, and then it tells the plant, okay, well, we're just going to seed. It's time to chill out, you know, kill yourself, die off, go for the next season. I want this plant to keep going. So I'm cutting as it's ripening, and you see all these green peppers here and some that haven't turned yet. This is an exciting part of the process. And then when you have so much, another exciting benefit, sharing. We learned about that when we were younger, despite what the world's doing or trying to teach us and tell us, the opposite. So I think I got all of those nice reds, which is great. And won't be able to show you this one. Maybe you can see. You see how big? Now, this is a giant Marconi pepper plant. Now, everyone's going to tell you, here's all the rules of what you can and can't do when you're growing things in a garden. You can or can't have things too close. You can or can't have enough space. You can't. Just start the process. Begin the work. Learn it for yourself. It's the best thing I can say. Because then you'll find that some of it is reference, some of it is science, some of it is your relationship with the plant, some of it is your geographic location, the climate zone, right? And then some of it is also just start the process and enjoy. So I think that'll be a place to wrap for today. But I do want y'all to see my beautiful giant Marconi. That's a sweet giant Marconi pepper plant. And as you can see, it's beginning to turn red. I have two of them, two big ones there is green, a jalapeno plant. I clearly harvested one. I have another one. These are giant jalapenos, which is exciting. Do I have anything else? No, that's it for now. I think we're good. I think we did good. This is something spicy, something to share with some folks. If you see this and you like chili peppers and you're in Brooklyn and you know me and we friends and family, holler at your boy. Stop by the listening garden. Come slow down with me. Get inspired. Get creative. Yeah. I'm grateful. Grateful for you. Grateful for the people in my family who, with their hands, grew things. Grandmother and her sisters that were sharecroppers, and the folks that have passed all that amazing technology in our DNA through all of us in these here hands.